When I finally decided to reach out and ask for help was at a point where I knew that I tried to do things on my own, and life wasn't changing, and life was just getting worse. And I finally got to the point where I was able to reach out for help. And really from day one, Thelma and McMillan was there for me. And they were there. All the counselors are knowledgeable, caring, had been through what I had been through. And from that help, I've been able to really get a foundation for life. And that foundation, I've been able to apply both to my professional life and my personal life. You know, professionally, in my career, I have the largest company that operates in the South Bay for my profession. And I was recently the chairman of my trade association at the state level. And besides that, and actually more importantly than that, in my personal life, what I've been able to get from the help of Thelma and McMillan was to be able to be the person, the son, the husband, and the father that I truly should be. And for that, I'll be forever grateful. For me, when I decided to reach out for help was at a point where I was trying to deal with things on my own, and I was getting the same result over and over and over again. So I finally got to a point where I could reach out for help. And from day one, Thelma and McMillan has been there, and all of the counselors have been kind and courteous and knowledgeable and experienced in exactly what I was going through. And through graduation, I was able to get a foundation for life and build upon that. And that foundation has afforded me, both professionally and personally, great accomplishments. Sorry.
You can start again from wherever you want. We've got the second camera so we can make a cut.
Okay.
So
now, do you want me to pause between things so cuts are easier?
I mean, you don't. I'd rather have it just be natural.
Okay.
We'll make it work.
Okay. All right. Let me start from the top.
Okay, from the top. What made you decide to get some help? What was going on?
Yeah. When I finally got to the point where I asked for help was I had tried to deal with things on my own, and I was getting the same results time after time. And I finally got to that point where Thelma McMillan was there when I made that call from day one. And the counselors have been courteous and kind and knowledgeable and experienced of what I was going through. And throughout the program, I've been able to establish a foundation for life, both professionally and personally. And in my professional life, in my career, I currently have the largest firm in the South Bay, and I was also chairman of my trade association at the state level, which I never thought possible in either aspect. But more importantly than that is really the impact of my personal life. You know, that help and that foundation has afforded me the opportunity to be the son, the husband, and the father that I was meant to be. And for that, I will be forever grateful. So I found out about Thelma McMillan. I was at my family doctor's office just for a checkup, and there was a Thelma McMillan brochure, and I was reading a book, and I needed a place marker, and I thumbed through it really quick, and I put it in my book, and I went to see my doctor. And at that time, my family was out of town, and I was going through a rough time. And at the end of the meeting, my family doctor said, "Hey, I know you're being a good father." And I said, "I'm trying to be." Well, the next morning was just one of those days that we all experience. And my thought went to my doctor, and then it went to my son, and then it went to that brochure that I put in my book. And I picked up the phone and I made the call. And the next morning, I met with the intake specialist, and we talked about my situation. And from that point was the beginning of the rest of my life. You know, since graduating from Thelma, my life has improved in a number of different ways. And professionally, I've been able to build up my business to where it is the largest company in the South Bay within my given field. as a giving back to the community in that profession. I was the chairman of May State Trade Association. Personally, life has shown up more since coming into Thelma, and I've had harder things that I've had to go through with my family, and having the foundation and the support that I got through Thelma and beyond. I don't know where I would be personally with my son, with my wife, with my family. And although life still shows up and it's difficult, it puts it on an even level playing field.
You want to say that part one more time?
Yeah. And although life still shows up, it puts it on a level. And although life still shows up, it puts it on a level playing field where we're able to handle things that come up. And with that, I have a life beyond what I thought I wanted, and I'll always be grateful.